delegates and dear participants, I'm honored to present this valuable conference to you. All of you are welcome to Sırrı Yırcalı Anatolian High School Model United Nations Conference. We are here to provide you with a remarkable conference with our precious academy and organization teams. We wish you a good experience with 8 different committees in this 3-day program. Now, I would like to invite our esteemed school principal, Ali Duran, to the stage to give his speech.
Most esteemed participants, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to welcome all of you today for the 3-day Sırrı Yırcalı Anatolian High School Model United Nations Conference. During this event, you will walk in the shoes of real diplomats, discuss world problems, and again new friendship through amazing social events and exciting comedies. I hope that this conference will provide you with a broader perspective. It's an honor for us to host such a conference. I thank all of you for your commitment and wish you a fruitful conference. I wish you happiness during the 3 days you will spend here. Thank you all.
We thank our esteemed school principal for his speech. Now, I'm honored to present you the video of our executive team, which has worked hard every step of the way and is always striving alike to give you the best experience. For this valuable video. Now, I would like to invite our delightful academic advisor, Duygu Üsküdar, who is our best supporter, who never leaves us alone, works with us day and night, works for the best of everything, and is our light to the podium.
Honorable school principal and chairs, fellow delegates, and dear guests, I want to offer my thanks to you for coming to this conference at Sırrı Yırcalı Anatolian High School. I'm heartened to see such a large group of young adults engaged in global issues. You represent people from all countries coming together to find solutions to problems through constructive debate and exchange of ideas. I believe that you'll do your best to do this in this next few days. Dear young leaders, I wish you the best experience through this conference. Feel the perfection and enjoy your time here. Thank you.
We thank our academic advisor for her valuable speech and updates. Now, I would like to invite Dilay Altan, Deputy Conference Manager, to the podium.
esteemed Secretary General, Director General, academic advisors, and dear participants of CLMUN 22. As the Deputy Conference Manager, I would like to welcome you all to the second session of Sırrı Yırcalı Anatolian High School, Model United Nations. With our very skilled academic and organization team, we have prepared a faultless conference for all of our participants. I want to thank my conference manager, Ada Surat, and the whole organization team for working properly and together with me to create the best you'll ever experience. I wish all the delegates enjoyable 3 days. Perfection is back in town. Thank you.
We would like to thank our Deputy Conference Manager for her speech. Now, I would like to invite Ada Surat, the Conference Manager, who has worked hard to make the best progress of this conference, to the podium.
Esteemed guests, my valuable team members, and dear delegates. I, Ada Surat, as the Conference Manager of Sırrı Yırcalı Anatolian High School Model United Nations Conference, would like to welcome you all once again. There are a few people I have to appreciate: our school manager, Mr. Alduran, our deputy school managers, and of course our one and only advisor, Ms. İşgüler. She was always there to give us any support when we needed any time. So thank you. Our precious organization team and our deputies, my deputy Dilay, they were amazing throughout the process of perfecting this marvelous organization. And our academic team, I really don't have to talk about them because their experiences says it all. So I consider all of you delegates are so lucky to witness this amazing show for 3 days. And of course, my dearest friends, aka Golden Trio. İlayda is one of the most hardworking person I have ever seen, so she's the perfect match to run the academic side. And Dilara, she's such a crazy woman that she could organize this conference by herself, so we call her head of everything. I really don't know if there will be a more prestigious conference than this one in the city, but I'm certain of this one thing that I can't be humble about. If there will be a better one, it will be held in the same building, because it's what CR culture is. I wish all of you to have great 3 days and great memories. And at the end of my speech, I have to remind you that quality is not a coincidence. Thank you.
We would like to thank our conference manager for his speech. Now, I would like to invite our Deputy Director Generals, İrem Özdemir and Elif Almış to the stage.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to CLMUN 22. It's a great honor to serve you as Deputy Director General of CLMUN 22. We try to do our best we could with our team in this process. I will get a great experience during these 3 days. 3 years ago, I was a delegate at CLMUN 19. It had been a contributing and enjoyable experience for me. I wish it to be this way for you too. Thank you.
Dear guests, welcome to CLMUN 22. Firstly, I want to say I feel so happy, proud, and emotional for being here, because CLMUN 19 was my first MUN, and here I am. And I want to thank all team, because I'm sure you know that we work so hard together to make this conference for you. I hope the next 3 days will be a perfect memory for you. Thank you.
We thank our Deputy Director Generals. Now we will watch the video of our executive team.
Hepinize merhaba arkadaşlar.
Get up on your feet, this is a shakedown. Order up that beat just like a stakeout. Show me you got soul inside those new shoes.
team for this excellent video. Now, I would like to invite our Director General, Dilara Çetin, who has worked hard to make the best progress of this conference, to the podium.
Honorable school principals, distinguished chairs, esteemed organization team, delegates, teachers, and friends. With my utmost pleasure, I would like to welcome you all to the second of Sırrı Yırcalı Anatolian High School Model United Nations Conference as a Director General. As a growing family in the Model United Nations Society, we are glad to host you in our campus. For the past 5 months, we have been working tirelessly in order to plan the conference truly deserving. Seeing each and every one of you here now, I can rest assured that all this work that we put in the preparation has been absolutely worth it. As a projection of these aims, I will feel incomplete not to mention about conference essentials, Golden Trio. Our conference manager, Adasrat, my business partner. The days during which we worked to bring this conference to perfection are very important to me. Our Secretary General is İlayda Başaran. If İlayda and I embark on a business, you can be sure that every detail of this conference has been considered. We have and will continue to put our absolute best to ensure that the time you spend here will be an experience to remember. Our esteemed participants, I would like to remind you that perfection has always been in town and quality is not a coincidence.
We would like to thank our Director General for her speech. Now, I'm excited to introduce you our committees. We will watch the video of Isaac. Now, I would like to invite the Chair of Disarmament and International Security Committee, Anılcan Çelikler, to give his speech.
Honorable Secretary General, Director General, Executive Team and all the teams, distinguished academic team members, and valuable school staff and delegates. Since our Undersecretary General Ece Koç isn't here, I do the talking job. I am Anılcan Çelikler and I will be serving you as the chair of DISEC. I'm studying international relations in Istanbul Bilgi College. Last year I graduated from Fatma Kutlar Anatolian High School, so I am familiar with Balıkesir actually. 3 years ago I was a delegate in Siyalman in Dorgüleyens Committee, WHO. I took Outstanding Delegate Award. Now I'm sitting in chair section. You can see I made progress. At the end of my speech, I would like to mention and thank someone special, my colleague and best friend in industry, Baran Arasarıcan. He is not here right now. I feel sad about that because he is in Özüm'ün. Thank you for being my best man. Love you. So I wish success to all participants. Remember, no mission too difficult, no sacrifice too great. Thank you.
Now we will watch the video of Interpol.
On June 3rd, 2015, the global policing organization Interpol issued an arrest warrant for 6 FIFA officials on charges of corruption. But on whose authority can they issue a warrant? What exactly is Interpol and how much power do they have? Well, despite their name, which is short for the International Criminal Police Organization, the agency doesn't actually engage in typical physical police work. There are no law enforcement agents of Interpol, and they aren't authorized to make arrests. They take more of a background role and help national police departments connect internationally and compile data.
Now, I would like to invite the Undersecretary General of Interpol, Mert Cansızoğlu, to give his speech.
Honorable executive team, hardworking organization team, and esteemed delegates. It's a pleasure to be an Undersecretary General in Sialmun 22. I tried to add everything about our committee, Interpol, to the study guide, and I'm expecting a lot from you about finding the criminals in Mediterranean, about the illicit drug trade. So I hope we will have a beneficial 3 days in Sialmun conference, Sialmun 22 conference. I guess that's all I have to say. Thank you.
Now, let's watch the video of ECOSOC.
ECOSOC is one of the 6 principal organs of the United Nations established by Article 7 of the United Nations Charter.
The British economy is in crisis.
The government has lost control of the British economy.
In his mini-budget, Britain's new Chancellor, Kwasi Kwarteng, announced £45 billion of unfunded tax cuts, causing the pound to plummet, shocking markets, and leading the Bank of England to intervene. The International Monetary Fund has slammed the government's plan. How bad is this? And is there worse to come?
Now, I would like to invite the Chair of Economic and Social Council, Tunahan Tunçkanan, to deliver his speech.
Distinguished delegates, honorable chair board and teachers, it's an utmost pleasure and privilege to welcome you to the United Nations Economic and Social Council Committee of CLMU 22. This year, ECOSOC will deal with the agenda item of minimization of socioeconomic inequality. I genuinely hope that this critical and multidimensional topic can create a productive debate that each participant can ambitiously participate in and enjoy. It's an absolute honor for me to have prepared this committee for CLMU 22. I believe that the topic of inequality needs to be discussed more often, considering the rising economic crisis throughout the whole world. I want to thank Secretary General İlayda Başaran and Deputy Secretary General Dilay Çetin for giving me a chance to serve as an Undersecretary General and always approaching me with fortitude. I consider myself very lucky to have worked with you. Furthermore, I'd like to thank my co-chair, Berat Tosun, and Rapporteur Enes Aytur for their dedication and being such a great team to work with. I hope you enjoy this beautifully prepared 2 days for me. Thank you.
Now, we will watch the video of UNHCR.
Every day, thousands of innocent people are forced to flee their homes because of violence and persecution. They become one of the millions of refugees worldwide. Most have sought protection in a neighboring country, but others struggle to survive. Because even if you found refuge somewhere, your life might still be at risk. Whether as a child with a life-threatening health condition, for these refugees, relocation to another country is a life-saving solution. That process is called resettlement, and UNHCR is the organization that helps resettle refugees.
Now, I would like to invite the Undersecretary General of United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees, Tan Savaş Aktaş, to give his speech.
Honorable executive team, hardworking academic and organization teams, I would like to thank you all for having organized such a wonderful conference. As some of you might know, I gave a long break to attending all the United Nations conferences. But Sialmun has always had a special meaning for me because 3 years ago I had so much fun here. To be honest, the only thing that could get me out of my city was Seattle, so I want to thank Gökçen and Leyla here for giving me the chance. I hope we'll have so much fun in the upcoming 3 days. Sincerely.
Now let's watch the video of Legal.
Every 6 minutes, a ship is coming in or sailing out of this port. There are goods being put into the container that don't belong there. That's for the global economy, but they have a big security issue.
Their cut of an estimated $320 billion a year industry. The global production and supply of drugs such as cocaine are on the rise.
Now I would like to invite the Undersecretary General of Legal Committee, Ismail Kutluba, to deliver his speech.
Honorable Secretary General and her Deputy, esteemed Director General and her Deputy, both academic and organization team, participants, advisors, and guests. First of all, I'm going to introduce myself. I am Ismail Kutluba, I'm a sophomore at Institute of Osman Gazi University, and I'm right here standing as Undersecretary General of GA6 Legal Committee. I'd like to thank Ilayda and Gökçen for giving me this opportunity 3 years ago and right now. SIAM has always been a very special organization for me and my friends who are here right now. This is why we are here, and I'm standing right here as the Undersecretary General of this committee. To be honest, if it weren't SIAM, it wouldn't be any other conference. I hope you'll have beneficial and funny 3 days. Lastly, I'd like to say that I'm very happy to be a part of this organization. I was 3 years ago, and I will be always. Thank you.
Now let's watch the video of UNSC. Now, I would like to invite the Undersecretary General of United Nations Security Council, Duru Güleyen, to give his speech.
First of all, once again, I would like to welcome you all to the second edition of Sırrı Yırcalı Anatolian of the United Nations Conference. It's my second time in Seattle and probably fourth time in Balıkesir, so you may be familiar with me and I'm all familiar with you. Like I'm coming here and I'm just reading 5 or 10 people at the same time, and it's so exciting for me to come back to my MEM experience because my last conference was in Balıkesir as well. I want to talk about the committee. The agenda item is meeting the needs of the civils in conflict zones. We're mainly going to be focusing on the topics of educational rights and health rights. I have high expectations from the delegates since as I know, they have a lot of experiences, or at least there are least numbers of first-timers. So I guess that's all. I want to thank to my Deputy Committee Director, Ms. Margaret, for not leaving me alone in this conference and coming here from Izmir just for me. And the Secretary General and Gökçen Kazar, especially Gökçen, for giving me the opportunity to be here. She had the promise to put me in the United Nations Security Council since 3 years ago, I guess. So that's all. Thank you. I wish you a great conference.
Now we will watch the video of JCC.
This little-known war took place in the mid-18th century, mainly in Europe, but also for the first time in European colonies around the world. This is why it is sometimes considered as a First World War. Britain attempts to distract France from Hanover by initiating military raids on its Atlantic ports. Her first military expedition is sent to Rochefort, but is countered by the French army. January 1762, the war takes a new turn with the death of Elizabeth, the Tsarina of Russia. Her successor, Peter III of Russia, is an admirer of Prussia and does not want to engage in war. He quickly signs a peace treaty.
Now, I would like to invite the Chair of Joint Crisis Committee, Batuhan Ezeloğlu, to give his speech.
Esteemed executive team, honorable chairs and dear delegates, I sincerely greet everyone who participated in this fabulous conference today. Be welcome. I am Batuhan Ezeloğlu, the chair of the Crisis Committee, and we are going to be together during the next 3 days. So, to give you an insight of our topic, as you know, the 7 Years' War is a major conflict that took place between 1756 and 1763, and that opposed the French, the Austrians, the Russians to the British, the Portuguese, and many others. It's a crucial turning point in European history, since it forged a new way for many, bringing about British naval hegemony, the cession of overseas French territories to the Great British Empire, and subsequently the independence of the United States. However, as you know, war is for two. And yet, luckily, I will confront a formidable enemy who is really successful in MUN conferences and whom I genuinely appreciate, Mohammed Enes Şahin. Thank you for coming. In the end, as my epilogue, I wish a great conference during the next 3 days, and for the record, perfection is back in town.
Now we will watch the video of UNODC.
What is the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime? The United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime, UNODC, is a UN agency that helps member governments reduce and prevent drug abuse and trafficking, corruption, and international terrorism. The agency was created in 1997 when the United Nations International Drug Control Program and the Crime Prevention and Criminal Justice Division were combined. There are approximately 500 UNODC staff members who work in more than 21 field offices around the world. The UNODC maintains a vast network of field offices that allows for local support in all the world's regions, and it works directly with non-governmental organizations as well as member governments.
Now, I would like to invite the Chair of United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime Committee, İpek Bilge Yardan, to deliver her speech.
Esteemed participants, I'm the chair of UNODC. Our Under-Secretary General Ulaş Olabaş couldn't make it to the opening ceremony, but I just would like to say I'm highly honored to be here and with this academic and organization team. I'm sure that we are going to have a great time, especially with the help and support of a very skilled person named Yavuzlar Yardan. I have no doubts about anything with her touch in it. And I think that's all. Thank you.
Now, our Deputy Secretary Generals Enes Şahin and Aykut Kaya are coming to the stage to give their speech.
Honorable guests, esteemed delegates, I'd like to thank you all for being here. I hope you have the time of your life in the next 3 days at CLM 22. I'd like to thank my friend Batu for the shout out. And yes, I'm going to keep this brief. Have fun.
As
esteemed delegates, Honorable School Principal Mr. Duran, our beloved Academic Advisor Ms. Ishgüler, and my colleagues and my friends, Executive Team. I thank you all. My name is Aykut Kaya and I'm serving you as the Deputy Secretary General of CLMUN 22. Today, I'm so proud about the truth that we are prepared you do best, only the best, nothing but the best. And I know that when I'm going to stand on the stage at the closing ceremony after 3 days, I know I will witness the joy you will have in these 3 days. I wish you the best. Thank you.
We would like to thank our Deputy Secretary Generals. Now, it's time to invite our marvelous Secretary General İlayda Başaran to the podium to give her speech.
Honorable school principals, esteemed academic and organization team, valuable delegates and their guests. It's my utmost honor to welcome you all once again to the second annual session of Sırrı Yırcalı Anatolian High School Model United Nations Conference. It is such a privilege for me to take part in this delightful conference as Secretary General because I was a delegate at CLMUN 19, and when Secretary General of CLMUN 19 came up to the stage and made her speech, I said, I will be the next Secretary General. And before the pandemic, we decided to make CLMUN 20, and I was chosen for a role of PR team member. And now, here I stand as the Secretary General of CLMUN 22. We can say I have a progress, I think. We have 8 committees in this session of CLMUN. Firstly, I would like to deliver my special thanks to the Under Secretary Generals for accepting my invitation, and also other board members. You made the right choice. There is just a thing left for me to state. Dear delegates, firstly, I would like to say that you will have amazing 3 days here in CLMUN 22 this year. All your expectations will be met as much as we can. My biggest advice for you is don't hesitate or be shy about sharing your ideas with other people. This is why I stand here as Secretary General, because I didn't. Our executive team had been working for a long time for you to make you feel the perfection again in this city. And the star performances come last. In this long journey, I wasn't actually alone. There are 2 important people for me. Dear Director General Lara Çetin and the Conference Manager Ada Surat. You may know us as Golden Trio as well. We have walked this tough path together, and I can't imagine this conference without them, so I would like to deliver my biggest gratitude to them. Thank you for being with me at all time. And last, dear academic advisor Duygu İşgüler. Since I was a prep class student, I knew our electricity has a text, so thank you for guiding us. Last but not least, I would like to remind everyone that perfection is back in town again. And now, here comes the time. I, İlayda Başaran, as the Secretary General of this MUN conference, would like to state that the second annual session of Sırrı Yırcalı Anatolian High School Model United Nations 2022 has officially started.
Our opening ceremony has ended. Sessions will begin after the